What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I've got another very important AMC update to bring to all of you this afternoon. So what we're going to be covering in this update video is we're going to be taking a look at the Ortex short interest and utilization data, just like we always do, to get a better understanding of where we're at in terms of the estimated and reported short interest side of this investment. Now, we're also going to be taking a look at the option chain on AMC. We are about to see the option chain in the way that I like to call it, almost freak out. We are going to see a lot of open interest start to pile in. Now, no matter what anybody is going to say about the fact that options are incredibly risky, the fact that AMC has confirmed its earnings date, we are going to see a lot of pileups on the option chain, and this leads to a very interesting opportunity for aggressive price movements. Now, we're going to touch on Max Payne. We also have to talk about the fact that AMC essentially called out Robinhood today and basically talked down on their Say Technologies platform that they bought. If you guys are new to the ape community, you may not remember what exactly happened in AMC's last earnings call. What we did is we had this platform where we could essentially ask questions, and then other members who were verifying their share count could go and upvote those questions. But then that platform ended up getting bought out by Robinhood, and AMC basically took some shots at Robinhood for this today, and it is absolutely awesome. Now, the fact that we are now seeing AMC's earnings date confirmed, we have to talk about what to expect, not only with things that we need to look out for when we actually get to this call, but the price movements that we are going to see going into the end of this week, because in my opinion, it is going to get pretty volatile. We typically see earnings run-ups like you guys hear me talk about in a couple of my other videos in trading strategies, but now with AMC and the fact that we have a lot of short interest, a lot of potential manipulation going on, it is going to be a very fun week. So before we get into all of that information, if you enjoyed the information and analysis that I provide for you in this video, make sure you go down and hit that like button. It costs you nothing to do it, but it really helps us out a whole lot in getting this information out to as many people who want to learn. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. So at the current time that I'm recording, AMC is up about 4.5%, hovering around that $37 mark. Now, I know the kind of momentum emotionally in the community over the last week or so, maybe even a bit longer, has kind of been dying down and people are starting to get frustrated. But the fact that we are now going to hear Adam Aron speak next week, we have some pretty solid price movement today and some unbelievable revenue news from AMC for what happened with the business in October. This is a time to get excited, everybody. So when we come over to Ortex and take a look, let me just refresh this right here. Utilization, 87.59%. Short interest, 16.84%. Now, we're not going to spend very much time on this Ortex data. I just want to show it to you guys for those of you who do not have this platform. But again, these shorts have not covered. Now, here's where we get into something interesting that I'm seeing on the option chain. So for this weekly expiration date, we are going to see the pileups, and for next weekly's expiration date, we are going to see the open interest start to increase just because of the fact that people are going to be gambling on what happens during AMC's earnings call. But already, we are seeing the monthly options expiration date for November have a very significant amount of open interest. We have about 3 weeks until these contracts right here expire, and we're already seeing 168,000 contracts out of the money. Now, here's what this means. So we have a catalyst coming up for AMC, and there's always the potential for us to have an aggressive price movement to the upside. But when you combine that with a couple of other factors, just like the option chain right here, and we know that these market makers, if the price does exceed these given strike prices and they have to delta hedge to make sure that they are directionally neutral, that is going to add more buying pressure to the stock. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but this is something that you got to keep a lookout for. And this is also not a recommendation to just go out willy-nilly buying options. I'm just looking at the trend here and what I expect to happen, but this is not me saying in order for us to see an aggressive price movement to the upside, make sure you guys go buy these options. That's not what I'm saying at all. So when we come over to this section right here, this is some unbelievable fundamental news for AMC. A lot of people like to say that AMC in this short squeeze situation has nothing to do with fundamentals. Well, the short thesis is based on AMC's fundamentals, and the fact that we are seeing the fundamentals of the company in terms of what it actually does as a business continually increase and provide more value is an unbelievable sign. So AMC Entertainment confirms October theater admissions revenue for AMC, both in the United States and internationally, the highest it has been in any month since the pandemic forced the closure of theaters early in 2020. Now, what does this tell us? One, that the movie theaters are not dead. People are still going out into the market and going into the movie theaters. We are seeing all of this FUD get spread around that streaming is going to take over, but there is a rebuttal for almost every single piece of FUD that these mainstream media representatives are trying to feed down our throat. But what we know in our conviction through the research that we have done is that obviously the company is being led by an unbelievable CEO, and he is going to do everything that he can in order to basically provide more value and increase the value of the business. Now, if you remember in the CNBC kind of documentary episode about AMC, Adam Aron said that he is working to basically getting AMC's value actually as a company up to the market value that the market is deeming AMC to have. That is awesome for the long-term prospects of this company. And honestly, I'm very proud to be an owner of AMC. Then when we come over here, this is where things start to get a little bit fun. So hello, fellow AMC shareholders. Here is some AMC news and another free popcorn offer for you. The third quarter of 2021 has come to a close, and we will be announcing our quarterly results with a press release after the markets close on Monday, November 8th. Now, quick side note here. I know a lot of people were expecting today to be AMC's earnings call, but a lot of us were really trying to make it clear that that was just the projected and estimated date. So we didn't see AMC's earnings get moved. That is not what happened. That is usually a bearish thing. So if you see some people trying to say or asking if AMC's earnings got moved, what really happened was that all of those other analysts were estimating AMC to have their earnings today, but the company itself had not confirmed anything yet. Now, here is the most important section. Feedback from our investors is very important to us, and beginning today, AMC is pleased to again invite AMC Investor Connect members to submit questions that you would like to be asked of company management on this November 8th earnings webcast. Unlike our last earnings call, there will be no advance voting on the submitted questions, as we will not be partnering on this earnings call with Say Technologies, given its recent purchase by Robinhood. Now, what AMC could have just done is come out and said, yeah, we're going to do this asking investors questions through our Investor Connect, and not even have mentioned Say Technologies. But they went out of their way to basically say that we are not going to use Say Technologies, and said because Robinhood purchased them. This is kind of a direct shot at Robinhood, and it's honestly great to see because of what happened back in January. Now, let's get into what we need to keep a lookout for once we actually get into this earnings call. The first thing that I want everybody to be looking out for is debt pay down. We are going to need to see Adam Aron or anybody else on the management team who is going to be speaking during this earnings call give us some idea of the plan on how AMC is going to reduce their leverage. Now, when we come over to this tweet from Adam Aron a couple of weeks ago, we were able to buy back at par $35 million of AMC Theaters' most expensive debt with its 15% interest rate. This saves us more than $5 million of interest costs annually. Progress is made when you take big or small steps. The important thing is that you are moving forward. Now, even though this is an awesome thing that AMC has done, it's not at the point where they're paying off enough debt for these news media outlets to really give this a second thought. Now, are they going to when AMC does pay off some of their debt? Who knows? It doesn't really matter, but it just gives us more ammunition as shareholders to basically say, you are wrong in your bearish thesis on AMC. Now, the next thing is going to be revenue growth, and we are going to need to see a lot of progress in coming back on that curve up to the revenue that AMC was able to generate pre-pandemic. Now, we are most likely going to get some curveballs from Adam Aron. And these are going to be very key pieces of basically statements that Adam Aron is most likely going to say. There's going to be some reading in between the lines, just like what happened last time, especially with that GameStop potential partnership. But the one thing that is going to be cut and dry, very clear, is this new business plan. We don't know what it is at the current time, but Adam Aron is most likely going to be releasing this information to us on the earnings call. So that is another thing that we need to keep a lookout for. But again, we are having a phenomenal day today, an awesome start to the week, and a great way to start the earnings run up. So that is going to wrap up this update on AMC. If you enjoyed the information and analysis that I provided for you in this video, make sure you go down and hit that like button. It costs you nothing to do it, but it really helps us out a whole lot in getting this information out to as many people who want to learn. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. And we are going to go over that in tonight's live stream. So I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.